right, guys, we are live with another one. All right, we are live with another one, and today's main topic, okay, is supposedly Dana White is cooking something. All right, he's in the works right now. He says it's gonna blow everybody's minds away. Now, I don't know how truthful that comment is, just because, look, in past events, Dana White has said basically what he's saying now. Oh, I'm planning something. It's in the works. It's gonna blow the people away. Minds will be blown. And he said that for UFC 300, which don't get me wrong, UFC 300 was a great card. Okay, but it was put together in the last minute. It literally was. It was put together in the last minute. All right, and there was a lot of issues with that card. And he also said that about the Sphere. I don't know if you remember, but that was supposed to blow a lot of people's minds. Okay, I watched the Sphere. All right, I watched it, and for what it was, I definitely was not. My mind wasn't blown, guys. It definitely wasn't. So I wonder what he's talking about. Is he talking about potentially John Jones coming back and fighting Tom Aspinall and possibly setting up a card where John Jones, Tom Aspinall, Alex Pereira, um, Ankalaev, they all fight on one card. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that looks, but it's hard to believe Dana White. I could tell you that much. It is so hard to believe Dana White. I wish I could sit back and believe him. You know what I mean? I wish I could sit back and believe him, but it's so hard. It's so hard to believe him because there's no sometimes there's just no truth to what he says. It just isn't. You know? I wonder peace, peace. What's up, man? What's going on, man? Today's topic is Dana White. Dana White says he has something cooking. He has something cooking. He's in the works. It's gonna blow everybody's minds away. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell notification, guys. Go ahead and click that bell notification. It keeps us all connected, okay? But I don't know. I don't know if Dana White is, talking the truth. You know what I mean? Because like I said, he said that for UFC 300. Our minds were supposed to be blown for UFC 300. Our minds were supposed to be blown for the Sphere. So I don't know what Dana White is cooking up right now. McGregor is cooking. I mean, what is he cooking? What exactly is he cooking? What is that? Logan Paul boxing fight? I mean, how exciting is that, guys? I'm not excited to see that. Not even a little bit. You know what I mean? I wonder if his stock is still in the same place. You know what I mean? Like where he can sell out, pay-per-views. Where it's gonna be a huge telltale for Conor McGregor of how the people feel about him. Especially with with him going into boxing and potentially selling pay-per-views. We'll see if people are gonna buy it. We shall see. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe. I don't know if I believe Dana White, man. I'm just being honest, guys. I don't know if I believe the guy. You know what I mean? The guy just, talks a lot. There's been a lot of this, there's been a lot of that. You know, don't get me wrong, 2024 has been a good year. 2024 has been a good year for the UFC, especially financially. Financially for the UFC has been great. Um, but when it comes to, specific events, guys, there's been multiple events where it was in shambles. It was set up in the last minute. Fights were falling apart. Um, and Just not very exciting. Not very exciting. Wyman would be offended by you telling him to hang it up. I'd say give him more, three more fights first. I mean, if you say so, man. If you say so, man. You know what I mean? I guarantee you right now, if Chris Wyman walked into a doctor that specializes in CTE and brain damage, I guarantee you the guy has brain damage. He has CTE, so the damage is done, guys. So, I mean, if he has three more fights, he let's say he gets knocked out two more times. All right, he's still gonna get hit definitely in those three fights. So I'm just advising that he walks away while he still has his health on his side, right? And I mean very minimal health because he's most likely gonna be going through lifelong pain. That's for damn sure. You know, Michael Bisping is one of those guys that I actually follow on YouTube as well, and every time I watch Michael Bisping, he's always talking about all his injuries, all his pain. He has multiple neck surgeries that it basically does nothing for him. The pain is always consistent. So, guys, I'm just advising the best situation for Chris Weidman because the guy he's not a good mixed martial artist anymore. Okay, that time has came and went, guys. Okay, that is the truth. Anthony Smith versus Weidman, super fight. That would be a good fight. Okay, that would be a good fight. Both guys retire afterwards. They guaranteed on the contract that once the bell has rung and the fight is over, they both have to walk away from the octagon and never step foot into an octagon. That has to be written into the contract. You know what I mean? Because those two right there need to retire. Those two men need to retire. Guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I know I have minimal people here, and I'm trying to build this community. All right, so help me build my community. I appreciate it. Like and share, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up, guys. Yeah. I'm surprised Leon didn't get a neck injury after getting bull slammed by below. Did you see that? Did you see that freaking slam? That could have been a real serious neck injury, guys. Especially the way he landed. And I believe he was gonna land face first into the octagon, but in the last minute he ended up moving his head so it can hit the top of his head. But even then, that's a very very dangerous situation to be in. You can break your neck. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. So just the slightest what I mean of adjustment to your neck, you can injure yourself very very badly, man. So yeah, Thug Rose got lucky also when she got slammed. She definitely got slammed, and she definitely got lucky, man, because for her, she landed sideways, sideways like this, which is even worse. Yeah, I mean, to get slammed sideways in your neck, man, like I said, um, one little, movement to your neck, you can break your fucking neck, and that's the end of all of that shit. And that's a very serious injury, man. So yeah, I wouldn't wish that upon nobody. But that's also the reason why I'm telling Chris Weidman, Anthony Smith, all these guys need to walk away. Okay, walk away while you still can. Okay, while you still can. That's the reality, guys. While you still can, because man, come on. Anthony Smith's last performance was atrocious. Chris Weidman's last performance is atrocious. I swear, if Dana White comes out with that bullshit, Chris Weidman versus Anthony Smith, I'm gonna laugh at Dana White. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. He's definitely not doing that. At least DC slammed Dan Henderson safety. Very much so. He did slam Dan Henderson. He did slam Dan Henderson. Um, Man, DC was huge. He was so much bigger than Dan Henderson. You can tell he was way over 205, like way over 205. You know what I mean? Like easy 225, even maybe even more. That oh my gosh. Craziness. You know what I mean? Just the craziness, guys. Craziness. Ah. Um Rumble Johnson. What about Rumble Johnson? You know, the late great Rumble Johnson, man. What about him? What about that guy? Phenomenal, phenomenal mixed martial artist. The guy had tremendous punching power. Yeah, very fun to watch that guy fight. Very fun. What's up, Bill? How you doing, man? How you doing, Bill? How you doing? Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Excuse me. Like and subscribe. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I cannot complain. Thank you for asking, man. Thank you for asking. I cannot complain. I'm doing well. I'm just over here, thinking about what is Dana White talking about when he says he has something planned, he has something cooking, is gonna excite everybody, it's gonna blow everybody's mind away. I wonder what else he has under his sleeve. He said that about multiple events, UFC 300 and the Sphere. Both of those events didn't blow my mind. They were great events. Don't get me wrong, especially UFC 300, but they definitely didn't blow my mind. So I just wonder what he's pertaining to when he says that. You know what I mean? Uh, I've been asking around, trying to find out. I mean, what is he planning for 2025? I mean, 2025 starts off hot for the UFC. You know what I mean? They start off hot right now, and the reason why I say that is because we have this little break period. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for that like, man. Every little bit, every little bit counts, man. Every little bit counts. You know what it is. But why is this not working? What is wrong with this? Oh my gosh. But UFC starts off hot, man. UFC starts off hot in 2025. They have multiple back-to-back events that are just fucking really, really, really good. Dana may announce Aspinall versus Alex. Winner gets Jones. Man, that now if Dana announces that, that would be exciting. I would be totally down for that. I would be totally down for Alex versus Tom Aspinall. I would be totally down for that fight. Just for the simple fact that I think it's a winnable fight for Alex. I honestly do. I think it's a winnable fight for Alex, and I think it puts Alex in a good position to where if he's able to beat Tom, man, he already cements himself as one of the greatest pound for pound. What I mean, the UFC has ever graced the octagon. To be honest with you, that would be a tremendous move if he's able to beat Tom and then fight John Jones right afterwards. Oh man, oh, that would just be sick. Can you imagine if he beats John Jones? I mean, that's a very high if, but man. All right, have a good one, man. Have a good one, Bill. You have a good one. Um, but the UFC starts off hot this year, man. We have multiple events that are back to back, and we have Islam. We have the Islam and Armin fight. We have Adesanya fighting. He's fighting early. And then we got Leon Edwards also fighting early in March, I believe. There's just multiple back-to-back events that are just they're really really good, And we got Jerry and Jamal Hill fighting. I'm hoping Jerry knocks him out and humbles a guy because he needs a humbling. I remember when Israel and Jones wanted to fight. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that fight? Israel is so like, yeah, he went up. He went up to, he went up to light heavyweight, but he definitely got out wrestled. He definitely got out wrestled. So it just shows there's levels. There is levels, guys. There is levels. Yeah, the UFC starts off hot, man. And then we got Duplessis versus Strickland too. I'm not very excited about that fight, but It's a, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But if Dana White does announce Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall, man, I wonder when would it happen? I wonder when would it happen, um, and where would it happen as well. You know what I mean? I wonder how that's gonna play out. If that is something that Dana White is gonna, potentially do. I mean, that's a tough one to spin for me, just because Dana White already announced that he doesn't want to put Alex against John Jones. He doesn't want to put that fight together. So for him to put Tom and Alex, that'll totally contradict what Dana White says. But then again, Dana White contradicts himself, day in and day out, guys. Day in and day out, guys. Okay, so maybe, maybe that is what, maybe that is something that they're putting together. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's gonna roll. I'm not sure how that's gonna roll. I could tell you what though, Dana White is definitely not promoting Jaquan Buckley. He didn't say, he hasn't said one thing about the guy. Remember James Tony MMA debut? That was against Randy Couture. His MMA debut was against Randy Couture. Definitely got out wrestled. I mean, come on, it's Randy Couture. Got out wrestled out there. He looked like a 70-year-old man stuck in the mud. You know what I mean? He looked he looked awful. But then again, it's not his sport. Mixed martial arts is definitely not his sport. Um, I couldn't imagine if Randy Couture started kicking his legs. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? That would have been a bad look, bad look for him. But still, it was a bad outing, anyways. Couture wouldn't stand with him. No, I mean he'll be stupid to stand with James Tony. I mean he's a boxer. He has accurate punches. I mean he has accurate punches. His punches are gonna feel much different if they connect, because of the years of experience. So, huh? I want to see how much these tickets cost. Where is it gonna have? This is happening in Australia. This is happening in Las Vegas. That's a UFC Apex fight. Man, they're having a lot of UFC Apex fight. I could tell you that much. The Dern and Reba fight. I believe that's a UFC Apex. Yeah, UFC Apex. And then they got another UFC Apex February 15th. That's Cannonier versus Rodriguez. I'm not gonna watch many fights, but will monitor the results, like the Strickland and Dern fights. I feel you. I feel you on that one. I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them. I'm in 2025. I plan to start betting, so I'm gonna start watching them a little bit more closely than I have been. I'll probably watch most likely every event, even if I don't want to watch it, just to get to know the younger fighters as well that are coming up, um, just for betting purposes and stuff like that. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I wonder when Chimaev is gonna fight, and I wonder who is Chimaev gonna fight. Which Adesanya is already booked. Sean Strickland Duplessis is already booked. Who is there? Who is there to for Chimaev to fight? Did you see the Islam interview earlier today? I watched I didn't watch it entirely. Like I watched it a little bit. It was with Daniel Cormier, right? If I'm not mistaken. If that's the interview you're talking about, let me know because I believe I watched just a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it. But what about that interview? He said they have to. They said they have the best wrestlers in the world, but they have no Olympic gold medals. The DC interview. The DC interview. Possibly. You know what I mean? Possibly. You know what I mean? It's Olympic wrestling is a little bit different to mixed martial arts wrestling. So, uh, if he's talking about uh, if he's talking about wrestling, he's most likely talking about mixed martial arts wrestling. Um, but hey, if he feels that way, he feels that way. You know, that's his opinion. He's entitled to his own opinion. Um, but yeah, you know, I have no idea. I have no idea. Why haven't they taken all the medals if they're so great and the greatest on the planet? I just told you why. Because mixed martial arts wrestling is different from traditional Olympic wrestling. It's two different wrestling styles. Don't get me wrong. You can bring in, you know, things that you've learned from Olympic wrestling into mixed martial arts wrestling, but um, you're gonna learn real quick. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Positioning is a little bit different. The ability to to take your opponent down is gonna be a little bit different. Um, I know. What's his name? I know Mighty Mouse Johnson. Demetrius Johnson just went over there to Khabib's camp, and I believe Henry Cejudo was over there with him as well. I wonder how those guys did over there. I wonder how Henry Cejudo did, because I'm pretty sure most likely, you know, Khabib had Henry Cejudo wrestle with some of his guys, and same goes for Demetrius Johnson. So I wonder how those matches looked. You know what I mean? That's the question. I see what you're saying. When then why aren't they global grappling champions then? I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I would like to see the. I would like to see. I would not like to see. I would like to know how Demetrius Johnson and Henry Cejudo did over there in Khabib's gym, because that will give you a lot of the answers that your a lot of answers to your questions. You know, it really would, because those are two guys that are high level, and not only are they high level, but you got Henry Cejudo, who's an Olympic wrestler at the highest level. He's a gold medalist, just the best of the best, right? And then you got Demetrius Johnson, that arguably mixed martial in mixed when it comes to mixed martial arts wrestling, he is one of the best. He, if not the best, mixed martial arts wrestler that graced the UFC. I mean, you saw how hard it was for Demetrius Johnson to, you know, complete takedowns on. I mean, for Henry Cejudo, you saw how hard it was for Henry Cejudo to, you know, complete takedowns against Demetrius Johnson. That was a tough task. Even Henry Cejudo, with him winning, it still looked tough. So, the Islam interview said no one in the U.S. can compete. Islam said DC couldn't even take him down. That's a lie. That's a lie. That he's going overboard now. He's going overboard, bro. He's going way overboard. Way overboard, man. You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of guys that definitely could have compete over there. I mean, could have compete with the guys over there. I mean, like from the top of my head, if John Jones goes over there, you don't think he's gonna wipe out everybody and out wrestle anybody over there? In my opinion, there is not one guy in that training camp that can out wrestle John Jones. It's just not happening. So for them to say that they're the best in the world, I get what they're saying. I get it. You know, they're very high level. That's basically what he's saying. But there's particular guys that you can name from the top of your head that you could guarantee that if they walk into that gym, they're gonna have a great time. Okay, they're not. It's gonna be tough, but they're gonna be able to hold their own. Can you imagine Euro Romero walking into that gym? I mean, I'm pretty sure Euro Romero could hold his own in that gym. Okay, I'm pretty sure. You know, especially being an Olympic wrestler, especially being at that highest level in mixed martial arts, he's definitely going to walk into that gym and know that he's going to be able to hold his own. It's same for the John Jones and Demetrius Johnson, Harry Cejudo. Uh, just, yeah, there's a lot of people from the top of my head. You have to see the full interview. Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I do have to watch the full interview. I watched it a little bit. I watched it a little bit. I knew DC. I heard him asking some questions. I heard the part. I did hear the part where he said that he that DC can't take him down, and DC was like, "Come on, stop playing. I could take you down." I remember that part. But yeah, there's just particular parts that I don't remember. The great explosive Yoel. Yeah, man, Yoel was a monster. Yoel was kidding me? He looked like a straight up muscle just walking around. The guy was a straight up muscle. He was disgusting. Um and yeah, yeah. But I get what Islam was saying, but in reality, in the world that we live in, no, no, you know what I mean? No way. No way, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay, all right. The UL's soldier dance. Yeah, soldier of God, man. Soldier of God. That guy, he was nasty. He was nasty. But yeah, I wonder who Chimaev is gonna fight. I just wonder because all these guys are gonna be booked, and I don't know who would he fight, or is he just gonna wait for the Dricus Duplessis and just Sean Strickland winner? That's most likely what he's gonna do. Just wait until they figure out a winner between those two guys. But I wonder what Dana White is cooking up. I wonder what Dana White is cooking up. You know, I'm looking right now. I'm looking at John Jones. He's still on the website. He's still on the UFC website. He's still there as champion. So that's good. But I don't know. I don't know. What's next for Robert the Reaper Whitaker? Well, in my opinion, he can't fight for like a year, and that's guaranteed. He can't fight for like a year. So what's next for him is recovery. He's gonna have to recover. And the reason why I say that is because I watched a video, not a video. I watched an interview with him, and this was like maybe two weeks back. I watched an interview with him, and I believe he's had surgery on his jaw. He's had surgery on his jaw and on his teeth, and now he talks with a lisp, which tells me that that injury is very very new and it's very fresh, and he's not going to be able to take any damage on that injury, and this is a very important area, in your body, because it's pertaining to where you eat and is close to your brain. So like even trying to go do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, that's very dangerous just because it's a very new injury. So he's gonna be on couch rest for like about a year, and that's just the truth. So that's pretty much what's next for Robert Whitaker. He's just gonna have to just chill out, try to keep his body as much in shape as he can. Go running, lift some weights, hit some, do some bag work, hit some mitts. But that's pretty much all he's gonna be able to do. You know. But yeah, guys, we're past the 30-minute mark. We've been here for 30 minutes, so we could basically talk about whatever we want to talk about. But yeah, it's a sad story when it comes to Robert Whitaker. Um, yeah, you know. I wonder, I wonder if Ilya Taporia is gonna fight Volk. I wonder if that fight is gonna happen because I haven't seen or heard anything about that fight. All I keep hearing is Ilya Taporia wanting to move up to lightweight and fight Charles Oliveira, but I just wonder if the UFC, is gonna put that fight together with Volk. It only makes sense, I guess. You know. Huh. If Alex Pereira, Whitaker can do some wooden dummy handwork with Ferg. Yeah, most likely. That's pretty much all he's gonna be able to do. I wonder if I mean, I wonder if Alex Pereira walks away from the light heavyweight belt, or like let's say he competes for the heavyweight belt, right? And he beats Tom Aspinall and becomes the interim champion as well for the heavyweight, and then he goes fight John Jones. Man, that's two divisions that in one clean sweep that are just in shambles. You know what I mean? Because then you got Jiri and Ankalaev and Jamal Hill all on the top 4 or 5. That's just crazy to me. That's not a good look. And then the heavyweight division, you already know how that is. It's in shambles, basically, guys. You know what I mean? So that's just one clean sweep where both guys, I think they'll both walk away in Alex and John Jones. And man, yeah, that's a lot of divisions that are just gonna be in in shambles, man. Because the light heavyweight division in shambles, heavyweight division in shambles, women's bantamweight division shambles, men's flyweight division shambles. Not a good look, man. Not a good look, guys. Not a good look. And that is the truth. That is the truth, guys. Curtis Raiders Blaze will be in the top 10 for the next 10 years. He definitely would. He definitely would. He's top 5. He's top 5. Curtis Blaze is top 5, man. Okay? Derek Lewis is ranked 10th. It's pathetic, man. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me, guys. But that is the truth. It's nuts. I wonder what's going to be the fight of the year for 2025 and the fighter of the year for 2025. I wonder. I wonder how that's going to look. Because if Islam is fighting now, he's most likely not going to fight again for the remainder of the year. He's a guy that just fights once a year. So yeah, Islam is probably not gonna fight this whole remainder of the year. So he's probably not gonna get the opportunity to be the fighter of the year. Uh, Maybe Alex fights in late spring, early summer, and maybe he's be able to get one more in by the end of the year. But you never know. Is McGregor still ranked? I'm not sure. I hope not. He definitely doesn't deserve to be ranked. He definitely needs to get the hell out of the rankings. I could tell you that much. I mean, I wonder who's excited to watch Conor McGregor and Logan Paul. Like, who's excited to watch that fight? Cause I'm not. I'm not really excited to watch McGregor and Logan Paul. I just wonder if anybody else, anybody else feels the same way. You know, because for me, I'm pretty much done with Conor McGregor. Like, I understand that his prime has came and went. He's an older guy, and not only is he an older guy, but he's done a lot of harm to his body. Um, he's been on a lot of drugs, and he's just been on this slow decay. Um, and now it's affecting his life, is affecting his business, is affecting everything around him. I'm redoing my own kitchen in my paid off tiny 2 bedroom house to save 5 grand. That sounds good, man. That sounds like a good plan. Why not remodel it, man? Remodel it, get it, do it yourself. You know what I mean? Even if it's a slower process, it doesn't matter. At least it'll be cost effective, right? It'll be cost effective, and yeah, you you enjoy doing it. Raw material expensive as fuck though. It definitely is. Everything's expensive though. Everything is expensive right now. You know what I mean? Nothing is not expensive, guys. Okay. All right. You go buy a loaf of bread and some eggs, guys. You're gonna walk out of there surprised these days. Okay. Bro, you think Connor will fight Paul? I mean, that's the rumors. The rumors is they're gonna fight. It's supposed to be an exhibition. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it. I'm not excited to fight to fight. I'm not excited to watch Conor McGregor fight, and I don't know who is. Are you? Uh, Floor tiles and wall tiles and painting. Yeah, man. That's all gonna be expensive. That's all gonna be expensive. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that too. And don't I I'm soon gonna be in that position as well, man, where I'm gonna have to buy raw material and do a lot of the work myself as well. But I don't mind it. You know what I mean? Because I'm totally capable, and why not? I mean, who cares if it's expensive? It's gonna look beautiful. It's gonna look beautiful. If it happens, I can go there. It's happening in India. Yeah, it is happening in India. I did see that. I did see that. So you can go there. You know what I mean? If you do go there, make sure you know what I mean. You have the time of your life, and you enjoy yourself, man. You enjoy yourself, and you make everything a memorable moment. Okay, do that for myself and yourself. Okay, McGregor can't live outside of the spotlight. Apparently not, man. Apparently not. But he definitely needs to get away from the spotlight. I don't think he should be fighting at all. Like I said, I think he should take a hiatus, maybe a 2 or 3 year hiatus. But I guess he's thinking, man, I don't have that enough time just because, uh, if I was to wait 2 or 3 years, I'll be really out of my prime. I won't be able to fight. And maybe I don't know. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know. I don't understand what he's going through specifically when it comes to him business wise and financially. I don't know, but I tell you what, it's not a good time. It's not a good time, especially with everything that's happening with that guy. I could tell you that much. The UFC let McGregor box Logan, but Nagano wasn't allowed to box. My point exactly, guys. My point exactly. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't wanna put I don't want to say too much about it, but I can tell you what, there's definitely a little bit of privilege there. There's definitely a little bit of privilege there. You know what I mean? But Dana White and the UFC are haters. Because whatever they had planned or wanted to do with Nagano, he said, wait a minute, you guys don't control my life. I control my own life, and watch me make more money than I and you could ever imagine. And he has. Nagano has made more money than any UFC fighter to this day. You know what I mean? When we're talking about combat sports, I mean, he's made more money than anybody uh, that was in mixed martial arts. It's probably because of the money. This fight is sponsored by the richest man in India. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is gonna be sponsored. Yep, by those rich. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, it should be a good one, man. It should be a good one. Man, a lot of those guys are rich in India. I gotta pass through India, man. You know what I mean? Have some conversations. See what's all the business about. Is it really all about the oil and the gasoline? Because if it is, I need to get into that big business. I literally do. How much a barrel? All right, how much a barrel? Oh my gosh, this guy is getting his ass kicked right now. A documentary said Nagano rowed a rowboat across the ocean for weeks to enter the U.S. That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. That's some. I don't know about that. I don't know about that though. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Ah! 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 Yo, I don't mean no disrespect, and I'm not laughing at the fact. I'm not laughing at the fact that that might be a true story, man. But they, people over exaggerate shit. You know what I mean? People over exaggerate shit. You know what I mean? Can you imagine somebody like? Can you imagine Francis Ngannou just rowing this boat for like, for like months? I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that, especially in today's climate with I don't know. I don't know about that, but that sounds like a crazy story, man. Search in Google. There is a lot of money, but the distribution of money is not good. In India, the richer gets richer and poor get poorer. Oh man, I hear you, man. I hear you. Isn't that the story of the what's going on in the world? Is most probably true on some superhero shit. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I don't know. Maybe it is true. You know what I mean? Maybe it is true. I'm not saying it's not true. It's fucking crazy. Can you to row a boat, across the ocean? Rowing a boat across the lake is hard enough, guys. Okay, go try to row a boat across a fucking lake, a calm fucking lake. Okay, that shit is a tough task to row a boat across just a little calm lake, let alone rowing across the fucking ocean, guys. Can you imagine that shit? Rowing again, guys. When you're in the middle of the ocean, there's multiple things happening. You know what I mean? There's fucking the weather patterns are crazy. You got fucking 10 foot, 12 foot waves, guys. I don't want to imagine that shit. Okay, I don't want to imagine that shit, and let alone rowing for days and hours. The splinters that are gonna be on your hands from rowing for so long. Guys, guys, you got to be desperate to be able to do that, okay? And if that is a true story, I commend him, okay? But in my opinion, things are sometimes over exaggerated, guys, okay? Sometimes they are. Plus, swam through swamps for another 3 days. Come on, bro. What documentary was this, bro? This is not even a documentary. This is the saddest story that I ever heard in my life. Okay, you talking about rowing across the ocean? Okay, with a boat with no motor, just your two arms. Okay, and then after that, you have to you saying for 3 days he went in a swamp. He had to cross the swamp. What fucking documentary is this? I need to watch this. I need to watch this documentary because this is. I really need to search if this is true. Okay, I gotta do my due diligence on this and to put my two finger on this because this is crazy. Google how Ngannou got to America. YouTube Francis Ngannou documentary. All right, I will. I will. I just I don't know, man. That's hard to believe, bro. That's hard to believe. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. You know what I mean? And to be able to row a boat, that gotta be that gotta be a good sized boat for him to be able to row across the ocean, guys. All right. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. But guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay. Man, that cracked me up, bro. That cracked me up. I'm going through my search history to give you the exact name and sites. I I bet because I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this nonsense. I gotta see about this, man. Somebody needs to make this into a short story, like a short cartoon story, because this sounds like a cartoon, like literally a cartoon. You know what I mean? This shit sound crazy. Sounds honestly nuts, guys. Sounds honestly nuts, man. What in the blue? What in the blue? Oh my gosh! I just watched this guy get his head kicked off. There's four. There's four documentaries. Are you kidding me right now? I'm not gonna. I have no time for that. I can't watch four documentaries. Are you kidding me? My story from Africa to Paris. Okay, that's it. My story from Africa to Paris. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm about to watch this crazy shit. That's what you're telling me, guys? I commend Ngannou. I commend him, man. I commend that guy. Okay. But guys, I think I'm out of here. I think I'm out of here. All right. Um, I'll most likely be on later. Later, I'll probably get back on. I'll there's a few more things that I do want to talk about. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if I end up going on live or end up doing a couple shorts. We shall see. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you. You already know from the bottom of my corazón. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. Okay, and yeah, guys, don't forget to click that bell notification so we can all stay connected. You already know I'm trying to build this community, and my goal was to make it to 500 subscriptions by 2025. It looks like we're not gonna make it, but you know what? We're gonna keep pushing, guys. Okay, so you guys stay safe, be good, and until next time, y'all. You already know.